Hello and welcome back to my channel! In this video, I'll be taking you on an epic 10-day adventure in Turkey. Right now, I'm on a cheap flight from Budapest to Dalaman, Turkey, where I'll be meeting up with my friend who's coming all the way from Kuala Lumpur. Our first destination is Cappadocia. We're going by bus, which will take about 13 to 14 hours depending on traffic and the number of stops we make. The best thing about traveling by bus in Turkey is that they will serve you tea or coffee and some snacks. It's like being on a flight. And did I tell you the drinks are refillable? After such a long journey, we're happy to finally arrive in Cappadocia. Now we're exploring rooftops to get the best view of the sunrise. Of course, one of the most popular things to do in Cappadocia is to go on a hot air balloon, but we didn't have the budget for that on this trip, so we're gonna skip it. It's still fun to watch them from below. It's actually freezing out here. We didn't expect it to be this cold in April, but as you can see, there's ice on the rooftop. Now we're going to check into our hostel. We're staying at Camellia Cave Hostel. This is a natural cave, and there are many around this area. The space is surprisingly comfortable with all the modern amenities. The warm lighting and traditional Turkish decorations really add to the atmosphere. Upstairs there are shared bathrooms and regular private rooms. This is the dining area. And this is the rooftop. Now we're going to do some exploring, but before that, let's start with some pomegranate juice. On our walk, we stumble upon this outdoor market. Those rock formations are called the fairy chimneys. They are tall, thin spires of rock that have been shaped by centuries of erosion, giving them a unique, almost magical appearance. Our next stop is the Hair Museum. It's probably the quirkiest and most unique museums I've ever been to. It was originally founded by a local pottery artist who began collecting locks of hair from women who visited his shop. Over the years, it turned into a full-blown museum with thousands of hair samples pinned to the walls and ceiling, each one labeled with the name, location, and contact details of the person who donated it. Before calling it a day, we're going to enjoy a bath at a hammam, which is a traditional bathhouse. You start by relaxing in a steam room, then an attendant will give you a serious scrub down, getting rid of all the dead skin. After that, you get a bubbly soap massage that feels amazing. Finally, you rinse off, sip some tea, and walk out feeling super clean and relaxed. We took another overnight bus and now we're in Antalya, a coastal city with a perfect mix of beach vibes and history. It's much warmer here in Antalya and it definitely calls for an ice cream.
Hello. Oh my God. Hey, hey. Hello. Hey, hey. When did we start? One is up. One is up. 1 minute. Yep. 1 minute.
Antalya is also famous for seafood, so we're gonna try some.
Panas.
And there's always room for dessert. This is kunafa, a famous Middle Eastern dessert made with thin layers of dough and soaked in a fragrant syrup. In the morning, our breakfast is served on the patio right outside our room. Next, we visit the Marine Biology Museum that showcases various marine species from the Mediterranean Sea and surrounding waters. Our next activity is to go on a cruise to see Duden waterfalls. From Antalya, we're now on a bus to our next destination. We're staying at Mucise Thermal Spa in Karahayat. It's a spa and a hotel at the same time. It has its own steam room and bathhouse. You can even access the hot spring water from your own room bathtub. Now we're walking towards Karahayat Red Springs, which are not too far from our hotel. One of the shops sells ayran, which is a savory yogurt drink made the traditional way. For dinner, we had beef stew, lamb soup, and salad. This morning, the weather's rather gloomy. We are walking towards the travertines of Pamukkale, and along the way, we pass by this necropolis, which is an ancient burial site. Finally, we made it to the travertines. The travertine is a type of limestone that forms from mineral-rich hot springs, creating natural terraces with a smooth white appearance. Before checking out, we're going to enjoy our free breakfast. We took another bus and now we're in Istanbul, the city that straddles two continents. We're spending our last days in Turkey by visiting popular landmarks like Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque. Since this is our last stop here, it's time to shop for souvenirs. It's so fun to shop here because you get to try so many free samples and they also serve you with tea for free. This is also our last chance to stuff ourselves with our favorite Turkish food.
Annesiyle dolandıran yedi şüpheli.
Burak'la gidiyorsunuz galiba.
Before leaving, we're going to pamper ourselves with another hammam session. And no trip to Istanbul would be complete without going on a cruise on the Bosphorus. And that's a wrap on our trip. Although we only visited a few places in Turkey, the country has totally blown us away. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next destination.